Hi friends, I'm Abhilasha.
I'm Rekha. We welcome you on clearing the NIFT first round, and now you have entered the second round, which is known as situation test. NIFT's second phase, situation test, is conducted in the month of April, maybe mid of April, maybe end of April. All of you be at your scheduled venue on the tentative date, time, along with the stationery list given by the NIFT. The stationeries will include pencils, erasers, sharpener, cutter, pair of scissors, adhesives, all pins, tapes, etc. This test is conducted for 20% weightage. I hope you cleared the 80% weightage test. That was your creative aptitude test and general aptitude test given in the month of Feb. So this test is equally important to get your desired stream and desired centers. This situation test will include 3D model making. You will be made to sit in the NIFT centers that you know in advance where you have to go. You will be given a list of material. You will be given some choice of questions. You need to select your question which you feel that you are comfortable solving it, and then you need to create a 3D model out of it. So over to Abhilasha to explain more on 3D model making.
Thank you, Rekha. As the name suggests, 3D modeling, where you have to create three-dimensional models or take an inspiration from the theme given in the question. The first task for you is to the choice of question. You have to focus on the question, the material provided. 3D modeling is basically focusing on the hands-on activities, creativity, skills, and how you manipulate the material in your own unique way. Where they have given you provided material, maybe the mount board, maybe the straws, maybe the gift wrapper, maybe the plastic sheets, or maybe the cartridge sheet as well. Sometimes they give you rubber bands, sometimes they give you all pins, sometimes they give you the scrub which we use cleaning the utensils. So that depends how they add the material into the question and how creatively you use the material.
Yes.
So that depends on you. If you start with choosing the nice question, if you have been given a choice of series, so then you decide onto the material, then plan it, and then start with the question. Rekha will tell you how to start with the questions.
As you read the variety of question, you need to select which one you feel that you are comfortable solving it. Now it is always advisable spend first 10 minutes in planning. So you draw your layout thumbnails, maybe 4 or 5 of them. Then you select which one you can execute as a 3D model. Then you again have a glance at the material given. You mark the material where you are going to mark the material in your thumbnail, that where you are going to use what material. For example, mount board should be used as the base of the model. Maybe if you are provided with the paper, you should try that you should create some 3D form out of it so that your model becomes stable. There are number of material like straw, like cotton, like ribbon, like thumb pin or rubber bands. So you need to know how to use these materials in the model so that you use the variety of material given to you in the time limit, and you tell them that you have used all the resources you are showing optimum use of all the resources within the time limit. So can we discuss how to use some of the material?
Yeah, Rekha. I would like to share some of the views on like using straws. You must be scared of using straw. It's just a hollow pipe. How are you going to use it? So maybe
this scaring is just because straw is made up of plastic and you cannot paste it.
Yeah. So there are different methods of using the straws, as you can see in the slides as well. You can cut the straw into small pieces. Maybe you can sprinkle on the 3D object or the 3D model you're gonna make, or maybe some type of, if they have provided you some ice cream sticks or maybe some toothpicks, you can insert in them and make it a very stiff and stable structure, and you can create outside the boundary for the 3D model. So there are different ways of using the straws. Even for the mount board, as Rekha mentioned earlier, we can use it as the base, or maybe it can be a support base for an object. So how you gonna make it use as a pedestal, or how you gonna use the ribbons maybe for designing a mask, you are giving those as a feather of a hen or maybe a feather of a peacock. So how you using those ribbons, it's really a creative part.
Maybe again if you are provided with tissue paper. So tissue paper again you think is a very soft material. So very simple tip, you can roll it on a pencil, crush it, take it out, cut it or mold it into a flower and use it in your model, right?
Yeah, so that was the best part, how you gonna use your material. Maybe you are not, if they have provided you 12 all pins, that's not necessary to use all the 12, but how many pins are you using? Maybe you are using 6, but how creatively you are using those 6 pins, maybe by making a stand out of it. Only those 6 pins can create a good art piece and make a good 3D model out of it.
It is not essential that you use the complete quantity of material, but you should try to use the variety of material, and you should also show your examiner that you know how to utilize the given resources, right?
Yeah. So now we have discussed the most of usage of material, how to go about it, and how essential it is to use the most of the material provided in the question. We would like to share some of the questions solved by our AFA students which have used a creative use of material in their questions given at their previous question bank, and we would like to share some of the slides here.
As I belong to a design background, so we'll also tell you that all the students are very creative, but this is the time just to explore your creativity so that you clear this entrance. This is NIFT, National Institute of Fashion Technology. Maybe you become a designer. With a little effort, little guidance, little support, you come out with the flying colors. So
yeah.
Now let's see some of the solved questions which are based on previous years with the and what type of materials were given in the previous year, what type of questions were asked, and how we made our students solve these questions, right?
So these questions are little bit informative and indicative also, so as you to understand what kind of layout you should go for, how to sketch the question, how to organize in advance, how to plan in advance, and then execute the final model and develop it in the particular time frame. So there is always a time frame given for the questions to be solved at situation test. So you should go about it and plan in advance and complete it in a particular time frame.
Time frame is of 2 hours. Right? Time frame is of 2 hours. Within 2 hours you should finish your model, and don't forget to explain your model with a beautiful write-up and a caption, and don't forget to write the choice of the question.
Yeah, it's better if you mark the questions before you start planning the layout, so that the examiner or the interviewer will get to know that what are you up to and what you have decided before to start. Do not make major changes once you are done with the planning and organizing material, because it will be difficult to change the major changes and you will end up doing a messy thing. So it's better if you start with a good thing, good layout, and will end up in a good 3D model as well.
Even by using adhesives, you can try using adhesive as the part of your model. Instead of thinking they are only going to be used as the pasting material, you can use it as a part of your design. For example, if you are using a tape roll, you can use it in the way so that it gives a shining border, it gives a shining look to your model or a transparent look to your model, instead of using it in a messy way which may not make your model beautiful.
You should go for the next instructions, as you see in the slides, how to go about using the materials, how to use the stationery which you are carrying along with yourself, cutters, etc. So this is the way how you should go about making a model. So we will end up here our session, and I hope we have given our 100% and provide a shoulder to you to get on to this next level of situation test.
Let's enjoy the different questions also.
And stay updated with AFA team. It was a good initiative by us, and hope you also step forward to get into the NIFT.
Thank you.